Hello YouTube, my name is Jessica Specter. Welcome to my very first long form video on YouTube, and I am a tarot deck and author, creator, all that good stuff, whatever you want to call it. Let me adjust this lighting really quick, it's kind of funky. There we go. Alright, so today I wanted to start my first video off with creating your own book, what goes into it, how I did it, how long it took me. This is about how thick it is. This is the back. I did design this cover completely myself, and both of these artworks can also be found on my Specter Gold Tarot deck, which is not released for sale yet. So, I am a serial author. There's actually 2 stories in this book, believe it or not. Each of them are around 100 pages. So you have the Zodiac Project and the Cave. And, you know, when I first created the Zodiac Project and I submitted it to different agents, I was querying different literary agents. It was brought to my attention that most books that you submit need to be a lot longer than that, or a collection. So the Zodiac Project was not picked up by anyone because it was too short. But here's the thing. In today's day and age, with TikTok, shorts, and even people that I know who read long books, as an adult, that mixed with work, who has time to even finish a 600-page book? I hear all the time people are saying, oh, I wish I could finish this, or oh, my goal is to finish this book finally. I don't want that to happen. I want you to pick up my book, binge my book, put it down, and display it on your shelf. Because here's the thing, at the end of the day, the thing about having a cool cover is, like, even if you don't like my book, it looks cool on your shelf. At least if you think this is cool. If you don't, well then, okay, you don't, but that's a personal opinion. I think it looks cool, so. And it's a conversation starter. So, this is does the cover really have much to do with the stories? So, it depends on how you interpret it. Is there a jackalope with a warped white and black tile and technology drip in the background with a broken heart necklace in my books? No, there is not. But if you look at this, because it is a, like I said, psychological thriller, sci-fi, what it gives you is the feeling of being warped. And that's what I wanted it to signify. And then the white rabbit, follow the white rabbit. It's like, you know, if I could explain it with a face. So, and the heart is broken, but it's still connected to him. And it feels like the world is, what is even going on underneath, and nothing's real. Oh, and there's blood dripping from the top too, if you can't tell. Anyway, so that's why I called it the Specter Thriller Collection, because Specter's not my real last name. That's just what I go by because it sounds cooler and I liked it. I was originally gonna have all my art just be under Specter, and then I was like, you know what? I'll call myself that too, I guess. So it is the Specter Thriller Collection. So, as for the back, we have the same kind of warped tile look once again to match the front. And this shows, I really, really like this picture. It shows a mirror, someone on a tightrope. They're already on thin ice. They're sitting on a rope. Are you gonna fall off? And they're holding a mirror to show you that you're the problem. But whose hands are bloody? And I think this is on my judgment card in the tarot deck, because it's like when someone's trying to put the blame on you, oh, you're the problem, and then it's like, what's that? What is that, you know? So yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. And I just think it looks kind of cool, and I love gold antique mirrors. So, and then inside it you see the Zodiac Project and the cave. I didn't put a big informational section on the back because my book is on barnesandnoble.com for $14.99, and it's like not in any physical retail stores, so I'm like, I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't know. I have sold a handful of copies to date, and the majority of them I didn't have to get. People just kind of found it on their own, which I was surprised about. I don't like spending too much of my time on, because here's the thing, Barnes and Noble, they'll tell you, oh, on their page, like, oh, you get like 70%. Each time someone buys one of these, I probably make like $4. So that's why I'm not really out here like trying to be a book peddler and be like, buy my book, because it's like, a Wendy's 4 for $4 probably cost you more than this, you know, like what are they, $5 now? Yeah, cost you more. So it's like fun, and it's nice to know that I did it and that people have read my story. But anyways, so in case you didn't know, you cannot just go up to Penguin Random House and say, hey, I want my book published. You have to have an agent. And these agents get so many literary submissions. Do you want the real answer, or do you want the make-believe answer? Because the make-believe answer is, yeah, just query a bunch of literary agents. They're all gonna ghost you. None of them are gonna respond. These people, they only want to basically, not even promote, but like support your book and send it to a Barnes and Noble publishing house if you've already gotten a bunch of sales on it. And at that point, if you already have a bunch of sales on your book, then who cares? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, think about it for like musicians. When like musicians, they're like, hey, like trying to go to a record label, and they're like, no, we don't want you. And then they blow up, and then the record label's like, so about that, I know that you're making like $3 million a year on your own right now, but how about we get to stamp our little logo on it, and then instead of making $3 million a year, you make $500K, but you get to say that like you're signed underneath this. And then it's like, by then, bro, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the deal, at least from what I can see. So self-publishing is what I did. And you know what? This is from Barnes & Noble. This is printed. I bought 10 of them in print. And it turned out really well. And the cover feels really nice too. So it's not bad at all. Especially if, you know, you just need to get some copies printed, or you just like some for yourself. You don't even have to publish it. So just a thought. Anyways, so when you open the book, you know, this was like the Zodiac Project's supposed to be cover. It's like a girl with a galaxy face, and then you can see all the hands kind of like reaching. But people tend to gravitate towards this a lot more. So it's like, it's more eye-catching, and that's something I would suggest is like, sometimes you don't even have to make the cover something that like goes along with the book. I'm sorry, I feel like I got something on my mouth. It's like, as long as it looks cool, you'll sell more. It's the truth. So anyways, I have the copyright page. you can basically find a sample copyright page online, and I had the copyright put underneath my LLC. And then you can see the table of contents for the entire book. Dedication, foreword, prologue, introduction. So yeah, I wrote, edited, formatted everything for these books, but I graduated from college with a degree in communications, like major in advertising and a minor in marketing. So with that, it definitely helps with the whole editing process and writing, because we did a lot of writing. I've also always been into writing. I wrote my first full-length novel when I was in 5th grade. I wrote various books growing up. I always I even in 6th grade. Okay, no one cares, so I'm not even gonna talk about that. But anyways, because now it's just getting to be like, okay, like, you're bragging, like, shut up, you know, like, no one cares. Okay. And then in the middle of the book, you can see the cave. And some of you might be like, no. But bro, the trolls are on my ass on every platform ever. So, and this one's copyright 2023. So I finished the first one in 2022. I finished the second book in July of 2023. And then I think I published this together July 2023 or like August or something. So, forward. Prologue turned off on me. I'm always running out of storage. If you guys know how to fix that, let me know, because I feel like I delete all my photos, all my messages, and then it's like I get one more message, take one more photo, and it's like, I'm dying. So anyways, yep. And I just wanted to keep the bio short, because especially since it's like a print book and I can't like go in and edit it, I don't want to say something too specific and then like a few years later be like, I don't even do that anymore. So that's also something to think about. It's not super important, but yeah. So the Zodiac project, the idea for it actually came to me like December 31st of 2020, because I remember it was like New Year's Day that I woke up and I was like, wait, this is such a good idea. And so the premise is 23 different subjects are kind of kidnapped and then brought into a facility underneath Area 51 and tested on to, like, with the first stages of a serum that they're going to later sell to the elite, that basically it takes like whatever zodiac sign that you may have, and when you're injected with the serum, you exhibit qualities of that sign. So like, let's say I'm a Taurus, then I might grow some horns and have some ability to manipulate the earth. Let's say I'm a Leo, then I might like get some lion claws and have some fire capabilities or like better vision in the night. So these people who are trapped, not only are they going through that, but also it displays different mental illnesses from their perspective. And what I wanted to do is just shed light on it, because people talk about different mental illnesses, but it's like, it's a different thing to experience it. So I just kind of wanted to put the reader through what that felt like. And honestly, that's why it took me such a long time to write, because it was honestly painful for me to write. But yeah, will they make it out? That's for you to find out. And then for the cave is also a psychological thriller. It's a lot less sci-fi, but it still does have some sci-fi. It has some more like quantum theory, very loosely tied in. And then it's like back in the 1900s, which I know isn't that far away, so okay. Like early 1900s, a new cave is found, and a group of explorers volunteer to basically map it out And I thought of this when I was inside a cave, actually, somewhere in an American national park. I think it was like in Yellowstone area. Yeah. Or not in Yellowstone, but a park around there. And I was like, whoa, this would make a good story. So we have this group of explorers, a bunch of men, one woman, and as they map out this cave, it gets weirder and weirder. Strange things happen. Secrets are uncovered. There's some gaslighting involved, you know, and it's just like, what is even going on? It just makes you, what is even real? And that's the psychological thriller part about it, is because like 1 second you'll be like, okay, this is real, this is what happened. And then the next second you're like, wait a minute, did that actually happen? I don't know. So what I also did toward the end of the cave was add in some perspectives that the reader can take with them. So they're not just fun, like they're fun, but they're also educational in a sense. It gives you, like, that's what both of them are there for, different perspectives on mental illness, and then also so people can feel seen and heard, like, oh, like I'm not the only one, like someone else gets it. And then so people are a little bit less judgy, or maybe they'd be able to understand it more from like a place of like being in their shoes. And then for the cave, it's like it opens your mind up. It really opens up your mind. I'm gonna read a part out of it for you, actually, because it's kind of hard for me to explain. Okay. Why are we here? Meredith asked, careful to be polite. Why is anyone here? They responded. That is a great question. Even we cannot answer that. The orbs pulsed 3 times before coming toward the cluster. They whizzed around each other over them until smashing together. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, is what we can tell you. Think of yourself before you were born. No sense of self, no senses to feel the world around you, nothing but a presence or energy. The group thought long and hard if they could remember themselves before birth. None of them could. Understand that you are not you. You are not you. As of now, you are a human. The group got more lost as they tried to explain. The heads looked at each other. Forget it. We will show you. The orb met the group again, and they were forced back into the time warp. They saw their lives in a backward motion, leading up to before they were born. A stillness it was, calm, no happiness, no sadness, just simply being. You could not be excited to become a human because you did not know anything. But one day you would meet the sun with your eyes, your mother with your hand, the air with your nose, and food with your mouth, and together that would be your definition of the world. Sorry, there was a bug crawling on that. Anyways, so yeah, that gives you a little bit of a taste of my writing style and what I was talking about. The cave, I don't think took me as long, just because my advice for you to like how to finish a book quicker is like you literally have to force yourself and binge write it, because if you're like, oh, I'll do another chapter tomorrow, no you won't. No you will not. So just try to knock it out as soon as you can. If you sit down on that computer, just don't get up until it's done, is my best advice. I mean, you don't have to do that, but that's honestly like, if you want to get it done quicker, is if you're like me, yeah. That's all I gotta say, I guess. It's pretty straightforward. If you're not worried about querying or getting a publishing deal, I'm not the best person to ask for that. But in terms of self-publishing, I got you. I just don't think the whole the literary agent thing to me is just, they don't even answer, you know? They don't even, because they have so many people, and I've gone viral on multiple social media platforms to the point where it's just like, even people commenting, I just stop looking at the comments. So I'm sure it's like the same thing for them. Like after a while, they're like, I don't care. you know. But oh, if Kylie Jenner comes up to me, obviously I'm gonna help her sell her book because someone out there wants to buy it. So yeah, I don't know. That's why they say connections matter. So if you know anyone in the publishing world, or you have a friend who's a literary agent, that could help you a lot. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was insightful. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment below. Subscribe, because I'm going to be talking about my children's book that I just made and published too, which you can also find on Barnes & Noble if you want to have a little sneak peek at that, or if you have a child, specifically a child that really likes bears. And I'm also going to be talking about my 2 tarot decks and showing them, and the inspiration behind that, how long it took, all that good stuff. One thing I will say, the people out there that are saying it took them 7 years to create a tarot deck, it doesn't have to take that long. That's a really, really long time. So yeah, hope to see you soon. Thanks, bye.